This is Sai Sashwati and I'm a legal intern at Lex & Company. Today I'm going to talk about the novation that is there in the contract. We know that a contract is an agreement between two parties that is legally enforceable. So there are certain conditions or essentials that has to be followed by the contract to be legally enforced that are given in section 10 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. The first essential is free consent. The consent of the parties must be free and that should not be influenced by someone else. The consent that is given by the party should be of themselves. That's why it is said that in a contract the consent of the party should be at their own will. They should enter into the contract upon not being influenced by anyone, not by fraud, not by misrepresentation. That should be a consent of free in nature. And the second is that competency of the parties. Like we know that the minors cannot enter into a party. The parties which are entering the contract should be competent enough. They should not be of unsound mind or any other they should not be prohibited by law even. The third one is that lawful consideration and lawful object. We know that when we enter into a contract, there is some consideration that has to be paid, and this is the third essential of a valid contract. And the fourth one is this should not be declared void under the law. That law should give permission for such contract. The contract such as the contract of murdering someone, this all are illegal contracts that have to be entered into, and such contracts are invalid under the law. That's why the contract that has been entered by the party should be valid by law. In case the following essentials are not fulfilled, then the contract will be invalid. Sometimes the contract are obtained with the help of coercion, fraud, or even misrepresentation. Over there, the contract will remain invalid. Even if the contract is inconsistent with the law, then also the contract will be invalid. So now comes to the novation of contract. Novation means replacing the older contract with a newer one. And this can be done either by changing all the clauses that are there in the contract or changing the parties to a contract. But remember, the change or alteration or adding new parties to the contract should be with a mutual consent. So basically, novation of contract is there in section 62 of the Indian Contract Act 1872. Novation when comes to a contract, the earlier contract will cease to exist. Novation is always there for a contract and it is not there for a agreement. The contract that is done, the new followed contract should be having the essential that are there in a contract. That doesn't mean that any of the essentials that are there in the contract, like fraud, like free consent or fraud, not having any fraud in the contract, or mutual consent, or valid with or consistent with law, all four elements of the contract should be present in the new contract also. There are four essential elements for a novation in contract. First one is that the parties to the contract must have consented for the new contract that has to be formed. The second one is that there should be a new contract that has to be formed which will be replaced to the original contract. The third one is that the substitution, alteration or rescission that is done to the original contract should give rise to a new contract. The fourth one is that after forming the new contract, the old contract will get terminated. So the section 62's essential was first discussed in the case of Lata Construction versus Ramesh Chandra. Here the court said that novation requires a complete substitution in the new contract in the place of the old one, and only in the condition that the original contract will get terminated after the new contract will come into play. The new substituted contract should rescind or completely alter the terms and condition of the original contract. This was further taken in the case of Ramdayal. Here the court said that the novation takes place by introducing new terms in the contract or by introducing new parties to the contract. A contract of novation requires a party to agree or extinguish or discharge his obligation to or from the debt. Unless this has been accomplished, there can be no novation. And this was the descending from the case of Ramdayal. Now let's take the examples of novation in contract. The first example is of that of a partnership firm. Like a partnership firm which is very old will take over by a new firm. Then the contract that is there in the partnership firm will alter, and this will give rise to a new contract. The second one is that let's suppose A owes 2 lakhs to B and B owes 2 lakhs to C. Now B says this 2 lakhs A will pay to C, and in case B's liabilities will get over from C. But over here C said no, only if 2 lakhs come from B, I'll accept it, otherwise B owes me 2 lakhs until and unless he pays me that. If A gives C 2 lakh rupees, that will not consider that B has escaped from his liabilities. Over here the contract is invalid. There is no new contract over here because C has not consented for this offer. So there are various kinds of novation. The first one is the change in terms of contract. If there is a change in the terms of the contract, then there will be a rise to a new contract, and that will create new liabilities on the parties, and subsequently the older one will come to an end. The second one is that by introducing new parties to the contract. Like under novation agreement, it is possible that the terms of the contract provide for the replacement of one party to contract by another party. These create an obligation for one party in place of another party. Under this contract, the new party assume all his obligation under the contract, and the party who was assigned his obligation to another party of such contract will not be held liable for any future damages. For example, if A and B are parties to a contract, and A said that he wants to replace B with C. Now the contract is between A and C, and over here B's liabilities come to an end. This is novation of contract by introducing the new parties. So these were the facts about the novation of contract and how it should be done, and what are the essential elements that are present in a novation of contract. No doubt the novation of contract should have the elements of the contract itself, but over novation of contract there should be a termination of the original contract. That's it. Thank you.